right. Podcast number 0003?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast 0003 for sure. Okay. So, this is actually exciting because
we get to talk about
me,
Damian Gerry.
So today, wherever you're starting your day, or if you're starting your night, good day, good night. We're actually going to be going over getting to know me, Damian, and
why are we here?
Yeah, basically why we're here. So it's a pretty interesting deal. Actually, I'm full of surprises. So for anybody that doesn't really know who I am, in this podcast, you will get to understand exactly who I am. So really get down to the nitty gritty of what makes me go, what stuff, just in general. Get to know me, and yeah.
First question.
Okay, gonna jump into it?
Yes, right away.
Okay.
What created you? What created this beast that we see today?
Well, very good question. Diesel. Oh my God.
That's Diesel.
They're gonna edit that part out. So what created this beast of a person, if you will, is been one of those things that, like, okay, so I grew up. It was backtrack all the way to then. Okay, so basically,
so where are you from?
Yeah, so basically, not that basically, but I am from Beaumont, Texas. That's my hometown, and I grew up very poor. It's pretty much a traditional story, but a traditional story that a lot of people have gone through. Mm. So I'm not the only one, but I grew up very poor, without any money. My mom was a single mother with 2 kids, so she had to do the best that she could, 100%. And whenever I was growing up, it was one of those things that I saw how hard my mom was working 3 jobs sometimes, swear to God, and I didn't know how the fuck she did it at all. But the fact that she did it, and she was trying to show that we were not struggling, so there was a lot of times that I didn't know that we were struggling when we actually were struggling. I had no idea. That's how good she made it. But I knew the differences, obviously, from what's good and what's not the greatest, and I wanted to be able to create a life for myself and for my future family one day to where there was a certain type of freedom that came financially, and the way that I want to live, like shelter live, materialistic live, every type of way live. I wanted to be able to do that any way that I wanted to, and like just being able to see my mom work as hard as she did, and always has just been one of those things that motivated me like crazy, because I never wanted to grow up poor in the first place. Nobody ever wants to do that. But once again, I mean, my mom was able to provide a certain type of work ethic, if you will.
An image for
Not even an image. An image is nothing without how to be able to resource. Like, there was always somebody that we knew. That was really cool, actually. But with being able to just work, just keep going, that's what made all the difference. And that's like what drives me. Well, I guess what made the beast is seeing my mom struggle very hard, and I never want to do that for me, but I have. In my adult life, I definitely have.
Or for your future family.
For my future family, we won't be struggling.
No, yeah, but you don't want that struggle.
I don't want the struggle, but we won't be in the struggle.
No, of course not.
Never.
You
Never.
won't let it happen.
No.
Never.
Not at all. But that's where, like, there's different stages of my life currently that I feel is really cool because there's the kid, there's the teenager, there's the young man / young adult, and now I'm 29.
A big boy.
And I would consider myself a big boy for sure. I can barely say it. But no, I would definitely consider myself, quote unquote, big boy.
So when did you put on the big pants and start like a first paying job?
15.
15.
15 years old.
Where did you
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins. Ice cream shop.
$5.25 an hour.
$5.25 an hour.
Yeah. That was my first job.
What did you do? What was your...
Ice cream scooper. Ice cream scooper.
What was your favorite ice cream?
None.
Really?
None.
You didn't like ice cream, or
it's not that I didn't like ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream. No, but it's one of those things for me that I just saw it as work. Like, it wasn't like I've yet to meet somebody, at least, that has a passion for ice cream. Like scooping ice cream, and I bet it's out there.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not me. But the only reason why I did it was because I could make money.
Yeah, that's how you started.
Well, okay, there's that, and then there was, whenever I was younger than that, I was doing like most kids do, and
mow
lawns. Yep. That was my very, 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 well, that and wash cars. Whenever I was like 9 years old. 8 years old, something like that. 9, 8 years old, something like that. I think it was like 9 or 8 years old, and I started to actually mow the lawn, do weed eating. Oh man,
just like summer jobs, kind of.
No, not even summer jobs. Just like anytime I needed money or just wanted money, I'd be able to go out to my grandmother's place, and she would be like, "Here's $20 if you do my lawn." I'm like, okay. I saw $20 like $100, dude.
Oh, 20, and back in the day, $20 was $100. Dude, $100 now is like $20.
That's not even a joke. That really is the truth. Seriously.
Back in the day, $1 was like, you could buy a nice something you can do with that. Maybe a meal. $1 now is a penny.
That's just how I view dollars. Like pennies almost.
Chump change.
But it's funny whenever you don't have money.
$1 seems like a lot.
Dollar is a lot.
For a meal.
For anything. When you don't have money. It really is it's everything. When you don't have money, it is everything. That's the number
one problem. Money.
Well, money just allows you freedom.
Money's power.
Who has the money has the power.
Green is life.
I mean, weed and everything.
Green is life, man. It's medicine. So, what created you? How were you created? So so after Baskin Robbins, what came after that?
Hollister and Discount Tire.
Oh, you worked there, not modeling, right?
Yeah.
Modeling Hollister?
Mm-hmm.
You model for Hollister?
Yes.
That's something I would want to do.
Yeah. So, modeling for Hollister, not having my pictures up, modeling inside, they would have this job. It would be known as like the greeter or something. So you would literally stand in front of the store. And this was in Hollister. Stand in front of the store and have your shirt off and have your pants on. And you're showing off your body.
What?
And you're showing how, I swear to God, that's what...
How it fits the body?
Yeah, swear to God.
So instead of having a picture of...
I think I got like $8.75 or $9 to do that. $9 an hour to do that, something like that.
Just stand out there?
Just, yeah. Well, not in front of the store, but like inside of the store.
Yeah, because I remember Hollister had like a little...
Yeah, there's like a little hut almost, and then,
whatever.
Like your storefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did that and
I've never seen that in my
Discount
life.
Tire.
I'm glad I didn't.
And Discount Tire.
You did that too?
Fuck yeah. At the same time, yeah. Like both of them. There's some days.
How would you do a Discount Tire? How would you like be out? You would be just shirtless too?
No.
Wasn't jeans on?
No. So how Discount Tire went on is that I was that's funny. No, I was the tech there, one of the techs, like the tire changing techs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the guys that work on your car, mm-hmm. that was me.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I misunderstood. When you said modeling just for Hollister, then you did discount tires.
Oh, like modeling for discount tire. Oh,
I think you meant for both. I'm like, whoa, so you modeled for Hollister, then discount tires? Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh, so you were a tech.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tire changing tech over
at
Discount Tire. And that one, I was getting $9 an hour there for sure. Okay. And busting my ass like crazy. This was in high school, mind you. I had 2 jobs in high school.
That's good.
Like, what the fuck? 2 jobs in high school. Like, people nowadays, like
instead
kids,
of playing video games and hanging out with friends, you were making money.
Literally, putting in fucking work.
Put money over friends.
Yeah.
Did you have friends?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Overall, I just had my friend base was actually really complicated, and I would always that was actually something I was always asked.
Yeah, like who'd you grow up with? Who were your friends? I don't know.
Okay, so my friends, like growing up as a kid, I like, let's see here, my best friends was this dude Kit Monso, Tommy Light. Which he committed suicide.
Tommy Light?
Yeah, he committed suicide like 2 years ago.
It just reminded me of Bobby Light, but now you said
Tommy
Light.
No, wait, no. Tommy Light, no. Tommy Light, he's still alive.
Well, then I can make fun of him, but...
Yeah.
The Light
is... Tommy Loadici is the one that committed suicide. And then that was about 2 years ago. And those guys, like, I actually grew up with. Tommy Loadici, actually, there was a funny story about him. Basically, we went like 10 years or 12 years, I think it was like 14 years or actually something like that. It was a very long time. It was from like 5th grade, or no, I think 5th or 6th grade, all the way to 2 years ago. That I'd seen him, and he was one of my best friends, and I had always been trying to look out for him, like look for him
every day.
Yeah, I was always trying to look for him, and it sucked because I was in communication with him. I got back into communication with this dude after like 12 or 14 years, something like that, something asinine,
crazy.
And I was like, dude, I thought you were dead. And he was like, no, and he was a lot like me. It's where he had a hard time with stuff, like with his family and everything, and you know, up? yeah. Actually, he had a lot similar situation to me, and I was able to connect with him, and we just jumped back into it as friends and everything, and that was a big deal for me personally. Because I was like, man, I finally found my long lost friend. But yeah, so anyways, that was one of my friends growing up. Chris George was another friend growing up. But as I got older, in high school.
Yeah, who were you hanging out with? Who were they? Were they jocks? Were they goths? Were they nerds?
Yeah, so I hung out with everybody.
Yeah, so you were in different cliques, right?
Everybody. Like, I didn't have one certain clique. I hung out with everyone. Like, I had no discrimination.
That's cool.
At all. Like, I would hang out with the gays. I would hang out with the fucking goths. I would hang out with the jocks. I would hang out with the preppy kids. All the way to the emos. All the way to fucking...
But what did you consider yourself? What would you consider yourself in high school?
Normal? Average Joe? I guess. I don't know. Like, that's like... I would be in the crowd that... I would be in the group that hangs out with everybody. You're a versatile person, if you will.
A group hopper.
I guess.
If you want to put it in a category.
I guess, yeah. No, I guess so.
But, no, I was like that, too. I was very... I could get along with any crowd I want to. Adjust to the crowd.
Yeah. No, seriously, that's a big deal. And
be like water.
It'd be like Wida.
A water.
Whiter?
Water.
Water. Thought you were going like totally different direction with that one.
I was just saying water.
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 Conform like water.
Confused my water.
But no, seriously, like I was just with everybody, man. I was with all cliques, and but I never. But my deal, I never really hung out with them like outside of high school. I never hung out with them because I was always busy playing other sports.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because I only had one clique that we really hung out like after high school and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I was very close to my baseball friends because that's what I was passionate about.
But they went to your school.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, mine didn't go to my school.
Yeah, that's tough. You were mostly travel sport guy, right?
Yeah. Like, so my deal was that, like my friends in ice hockey, like those are my friends, like for sure. We trained together all the time. All the stuff.
You guys are bleeding.
Yeah,
crying,
yeah, fucking getting puck shot at us and
dude.
Everything. Yeah, no, seriously, like it was a fucking
like
gnarly deal.
War you guys went through, so you guys, it's like you guys have that connection.
Yeah, I mean, we were coached by the same coaches, and it was my God, most of them are fucking gnarly, like ex-pros and shit, and they go into teaching, and dude, it's fucking gnarly. It's
guys,
great.
right?
No, it's great.
Oh, the discipline.
It's great.
And
it's fucking great.
The hard work that you learn, I guess. I never played ice hockey in my life. I think that's the most difficult sport.
It's one of them. It's one of the most factually, yes.
Skate and shoot.
But I also had friends everywhere. Like in every sport that I ever did, I always had friends into, and I would hang out with. Like so, I did competitive swimming, had friends in there. I had MMA, had friends in there. Did ice hockey, friends in there. Wakeboarding, friends in there. Flow riding, friends in there. Rugby, friends in there.
Oh, you played rugby too?
Mm-hmm.
That's hardcore.
Let's see here. What else did I do?
What didn't you do is my question.
Tennis.
I
did tennis recreationally. Like my mom would bring my sister and I out to the courts, and we would play with her. So there was that one. And we got really fucking good, actually. Track and field I did as well. The high jump I did, and I was the shortest one, and I fucking could not go over it at all. But I could run like a motherfucker, and I could do hurdles like crazy good.
Hops.
Yeah, and did discus as well.
Oh.
Yeah, and long jump. But those weren't required of me. Those are the stuff that I wanted to get into.
And you don't consider yourself a jock? That's funny.
Not at all. Not at all, actually. I was just with everybody. Like, that's the weird thing about me is that I didn't want to be around. Like, I didn't like.
You don't want to be categorized?
Well, see, like, I didn't like majority of the people at my school, anyways. Like, they to an extent liked me, but they didn't know me.
Yeah.
And they didn't know like how I operate and everything. They just know of their friends. Dude, okay, so put it like this. Like I had just come into everybody's life in 8th grade. 8th grade, everybody from one school went to another school. We all went to the same school. Same middle school, and then from middle school, from 8th grade, we all went over to Lamar High School. Mm-hmm. And that's where I started meeting all these new people and just from new places and
new friends. And
the friend base got even bigger because you're thrown into a pool of people. And dude, it was just like one of those things. Like, yeah, I got tormented in high school. Like I got tormented like all through my life actually by
bullying. You mean
what?
Bullying?
Like yeah, it's a form of it for damn sure.
I mean,
well, what they would claim is that I'm gay, and I'm not gay, obviously.
Yeah,
but they would claim that I'm gay. And I always went through that my entire life. Always went through that. Always. And it was the most annoying thing ever. Oh, so my God.
Because you were hanging out with gays or because...
No. Like, whenever I was a kid, like, whenever I was, high school, there was a couple gay dudes that I would be hanging around with just because they're cool dudes.
People, yeah.
But in high school, it's high school. Come on now. Like, you don't even know what the fuck you are. Like, you're trying to figure
into a classroom.
You're trying to figure out, like, who you are in general. Like, what the fuck? Like, Who knows? Like, they could be trannies. They could be fucking, like, the next president. You have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like, dude, who cares? But, like, my deal is just the fact...
I accepted everybody, whoever was around me.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah.
I know I did, for damn sure. But, yeah, it's just... I was always around everybody, though, for sure. And that's where, like, all my friends were all around. But, I didn't like any... That was my problem. I didn't like... Nobody really interested me at my high school. Like, I'd honestly keep to myself and leave when I needed to leave, and I'd be there when I needed to be there. That's exactly how it was. I would leave when I needed to leave, and I would be there when I needed to be there. So at the time I needed to be there was when school started. I would leave whenever school ended. I would go do my own thing.
That's crazy.
I didn't hang around with people. Like, I didn't hang around after school in the parking lot. Hey, shoot the shit. Hey, man, did you see a girl there? Like, whatever it may be.
You weren't into the normal high school...
No, not at all.
Things, I guess.
Not at all. Not at all.
You were very mature at a young age.
Completely. Yeah, completely. And I guess that's part of it that we...
And that's why you're right now, how you might be a little bit more childish at some things because you couldn't be a child sometimes maybe when you were younger.
I mean, I guess that would have something to do with it, for sure. I would imagine so, at least. No, seriously, I would imagine so, because, I mean,
whenever I
was a kid, like, I was able to be a kid, but like you said, I had to grow up. I had to grow up very quickly.
Yeah.
But even in high school, like, I thought I was like everybody else, but I honestly really always did feel different. But, you know, I never read into it at all. Like, I never really, really read into it. Because I just tried to be equal to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I was already older than everybody by a year or two. I think a year, though.
So when did it start? When did something click in your head that you were just, like, driven to success?
I just always felt it.
Yeah?
I always felt it. Like, it was just... Like, it's not even something...
Born to succeed.
I mean, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter on life. And it's a fight or flight type of deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not gonna fight, then you're gonna fall to your death. And once you fight, I mean, you have the freedom to flight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a big deal for me personally because, I mean, damn, like.
Well, what motivated you?
Money.
That's a great motivation. What else do you need, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my morals, my traditional values, my moral compass, if you will. But
yeah, well, doing money in the right way and not being.
I mean, no, like, well, yeah, doing money in the right way, like making money in the right way, of course, but being able to actually, like have your conscience be your guide, if you will. But I have a fucking lot of common sense. So I was figuring things out, like, so early on and being able to, like, just think outside the box. And I never knew things were possible because you can't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. So that's a big fucking deal in general. Like, that's a very big deal.
Yeah, you put yourself out there, right?
I mean, okay, so I started putting myself out there whenever I started modeling.
Okay.
And I was like, whoosh, here you go. And then they would say yay or nay to me, and I would get both rejected and I would get accepted. And that's just how it was. It's like you try out whenever you're an actor, you're trying out whenever you're a stuntman, you're trying out.
Hey, you tried out. Worst thing that can happen is they say no.
Did I want to know? Hell no. But, like, that's why, like, even doing the podcast, even doing businesses, doing all of that stuff, it's a big deal to me because that's where I make my mark. Yeah. I make my mark in making my statement.
Speak the truth.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, see, a lot of, like, okay, so a lot of people are just afraid of the fear. So that's something that I'm not afraid of.
So, what businesses do you run? What do you own? What do you invest in?
So basically, what I have done. So basically, been into stuntman work for TV shows and movies.
That's tough.
I've been into Jägermeister for the marketing. I've been into dancing for clubs all around the place. I've been into these aren't businesses obviously that I've owned. These are jobs that I've done in my adult life.
Yes.
Like in my adult life, like after 20 or 20 and up, that's this category. Yeah. And did all that, did freestyle motocross, did wakeboarding, and made money in all of those as well. And what else? Man, I was all over the place. Craigslist, buying and selling stuff on Craigslist, like dirt bikes. I got into that niche.
Fixing them and reselling them.
Yep.
And
That was probably my. I guess I would actually say it was one of my first businesses. Was buying and selling dirt bikes and fixing them up and reselling them. Yeah. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
That's when you said.
I just now thought about that. That being a business, like to introduction to sales, if you will.
Yeah. That's how you started sales, and you noticed that you loved making more money.
Dude, no, it's not even that I loved making more money. It's just that I knew from a young age, around 12 years old. Actually, when I was 12 years old, I made an oath to myself that I would become a multimillionaire by or before the time I was 30. So I have one more year to do that.
Plenty of time.
Actually. Plenty of fucking time.
So what's our purpose of this podcast? Why are we doing this?
Of this episode or of the podcast in general?
In general. This is Damian Gerry Universe, getting to know you.
Yeah.
How you are.
So basically, the purpose of this is to educate, motivate, inspire, to show you that there's more things to life than just video games. To show you that there's more to life than what meets the eye. To uncover people and not to just judge people by the way they look. Also, to just be able to help yourself. A lot of the things that I will talk about is things that I've done in my life. And I pretty much don't ever talk about things that I haven't done in my life.
We want to get into this. We want to make some goals in here.
Okay.
I like this. Make some goals and see how far we are in those goals. How far we met those goals.
I believe that by episode 100...
I'm gonna mark this down right now, boy. By episode 100.
By episode 100, we would have...
How many? Give me a number.
I don't know. I would say like maybe 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I'll say 10 to 15.
That's just on the conservative amount, like to be able to under-promise, over-deliver. But I don't know, because this is the internet as well, so it could go any way that it wants to.
Oh, I think so. We want to inspire people. We want to inspire people that see this, so they wouldn't be scared of doing anything they're putting their mind to.
I mean, basically, it's like this. There's more to life than a lot of things that anybody wants to believe. Like, for example, money. Money gives you freedom. And that's actually extremely fucking true. Money gives you freedom. The freedom to do whatever you want. But it's not... The purpose of this podcast is to be able to open other people up. It's to be able to understand where my mindset comes from. The fact that I can talk about just about anything.
Yeah.
Literally, I can talk about just about fucking anything there is. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I want to open up this brand and see what you got in
That's
there.
it. Yeah, and that's hence Damian Gerry universe.
Yeah.
You're seeing what's going on in my head all the time, and
I'm getting to know you more.
Yeah, well, we're both getting to know each other even more.
Yeah.
Even though I'm talking about myself a lot,
Well,
but at the same time, like, you're being able to relate to those topics in which I get to understand who you are as well. Even more.
In my culture and
even more, yeah. Because
in my environment.
Adrian has a cultural deal. We have cultural differences. Me, I have no culture. He has what type of culture?
Well, a Mexican
like the
culture.
old school Mexican culture.
Old school Mexican culture, Catholic, it's just old school people, man.
Very traditional.
My father.
Extremely traditional.
We get to meet later.
That's funny. But yeah, no, that's what this podcast is all about, is to be able to see what goes on in Damian's head, my head,
yes.
And basically just talk about different shit that's going on either in the world or in my life, or to see different perspectives of how my viewpoint is for others.
Handle things,
yeah,
business wise, investment wise,
and hopefully all of you can actually take some. Well, I know it's not hopefully, but I know that all of you will be able to take things from these podcasts and actually implement them into your daily life, to where it'll really work for you. Like, I mean, it's worked for me. Why wouldn't it work for you? I mean, just pay attention to the details, and you'll be able to get it all good.
I wanted to ask you the books you've read.
Yeah.
Books you've read that inspire you, that can help others.
I love this one. I love this one for sure. So, books, here. I actually have it in my...
your library?
Yeah. So, just off the top of my head, Atlas Shrugged. Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence Others. That's a big one for me.
Huge, huh?
That's a big one for me.
I love
that one. That one I've read over 24 times.
What?
Yeah.
Is that inspiring, huh?
It's not the fact that it's inspiring.
It's just logical or what?
Yeah. You can literally put, seriously, you can literally put everything you hear in that book. I say here in the book because I listen to audio
of course, just like I said. We talked about this in the first episode.
Dude, it's not even a joke. You can really just put these things to action and watch how it unfolds. Like, for example, there's in Dale Carnegie's book, right? How to Win Friends and Influence Others. That book teaches you how to deal with situations the proper way, the actual proper way. Being able to deal with situations in the proper way for a lot of people is a very difficult thing. And what I mean by the proper way is, for example, and I might screw this example up, but there's an example of a guy, or let's say that I'm walking my dogs and they take a shit somewhere that there's not supposed to be shit. Mm-hmm. So then a police officer comes up to me and says, "Hey, you need to clean that shit up."
Literally.
and if you and give you a fine and everything.
Yeah.
And instead of you arguing, "Oh, well, I was only here for a couple minutes," and arguing back with him and saying him happily writing the ticket out, instead of going on that type of tangent, it's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Just admit your fault. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'll get this cleaned up. I just blah, 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 blah." And agreeing with them is going to actually get you further than disagreeing with them in general. That's basically, to my knowledge, that's the premise of it all.
Yeah.
Of that part, of that example. One of literally hundreds of examples.
Because people First thing
people want to be right. People want to be alpha. People want to be in charge. People want that power.
To not seem like they're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like people want to not be wrong. Yeah. People want to be authoritative.
That's why relationships don't work at times.
Basically. I mean,
we always fight. There's no way somebody in a relationship doesn't fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a really good thing, because if you don't fight, then how do you know the relationship is real?
Yeah, because there's no such thing as perfection. No such thing as a perfect relationship. There's no such thing ever.
Not at all.
Not at all. I've never met a couple that has been perfect. I've seen couples that have been, intimate and so lovey-dovey, and in public they're fine. When I really know deep down in their household they're not doing great.
Okay, there's a certain part of that would be outrageous, which is the home life. Mm-hmm. Outside in public, you're basically fake as fuck. Yeah. And then at home, you're fucking coming out with the fucking...
That doesn't make sense to me, but they can't be their true selves. And they hide it.
That way is not a good way. Yeah. The good way, in my eyes, is... I don't consider arguments healthy, but I do believe they are definitely healthy for the growth of the relationship.
There's nothing like makeup sex too. I thought it was something I always like to see, that's a result, at least an outcome of the argument. Because I feel like if I'm in a relationship, if we're gonna fight, no matter what, we're gonna win.
Yeah.
We shouldn't lose.
But see, it's like this. For me though, it's like this. Basically, it's like this at least.
We'll figure it out somehow. We'll figure it out.
I mean, yeah. But see, I don't ever like for my wife to be upset. Yeah. I hate when she's upset. Fuck, it drives me up the wall when she's upset. Because I do everything in my power to make her happy.
Stop being upset.
No, she's not upset, but it's like, just in general. When she's upset, it's upsetting to me because I want to make sure that my sweetheart is totally fine.
Well, that's your job.
That she is 100% fine. That there is nothing that is going to make her. Yeah, that's
Just as simple as that. Just ruin her.
Yes.
Because that ruins your day.
Yes, and I want to make sure that my wife is all good to go. So, really, the times that we argue is if there's high stress matters, or if there is, my gosh,
something out of her control, kind of.
No, it would be more like me calling it out and saying, what did I do? And me getting upset with me because I got her upset. So I get upset at the fact that she's upset, and I get even more mad about it. And that's whenever we start arguing about the reason why I'm upset about it.
Yeah, I think
it always comes back. I always bring it back on me. Yeah. And I don't know if that's selfish or not, but the fact that I get mad at myself for making her upset, and it just upsets me even more and more and more until she comes to me and tells me, hey, sweetheart, it's okay. Everything's okay. But every couple does, we always have, there's not always, but we do have disagreements a lot. And, we are our own individuals at the end of the day. We're going to feel different things. Yeah, that's actually the cool thing, though, about one day when we're parents and shit, is that being that we are both two individuals, you have two individual opinions. And in this case, really opinions overall. But that's the beautiful part about it, is that you have two different mindsets talking about one certain situation.
Two's better than one.
not even just that, but the fact that you have just the fact that they're different, or they could be the same.
I mean, that's what we like. I hate that it's a team in a relationship. It's a team.
I mean, yeah, it's a team effort for damn sure.
Every decision should be talked about together.
Yeah, completely. I completely agree. But I mean, I also do feel that, you know, if you're not, like you were saying, if you are not in an argument somehow, some way with your significant other, it's one of those things that I don't know.
And I'm kind of happy about it because me and my girlfriend, we fight about the stupidest things. I'm like, I'm glad we fight about these things and not other big things. So, like I said, I mean, there's no way it's perfect, but I'm glad it's about small things instead of big things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I can fix that.
Easy. No, but it's just like that's, you know, arguing sometimes is a big deal that you want to have sometimes. But once again...
But that angers me.
Which part?
Arguing. Fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it.
Like, if there's a problem, there's no need to fight. There's no need to scream. Why are we arguing? Let's give me the options of what we can do. I can tell you what I don't like, what you like, what we don't like, and let's make a decision, and then we can, you know...
Keep happy. Keep moving forward.
Man, because my focus is being happy.
Yeah. Well, see, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, argue all day long. It's gonna be okay.
No.
Because I'm with Adrian. I don't like to argue. I like to keep the peace completely. But
regulate the tone. Because sometimes I feel like the tone just gets out of hand and it just fires up something else that you don't even bring up other shit out of nowhere. I'm like, why?
Out of nowhere. And you know, it's not one of those things that like I want to be able to argue. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to keep my wife happy. I want to keep my life happy, and I want to keep the peace completely. That's exactly how it is. But yeah, I mean, I think with relationships, if the first like 6 months of puppy love stage, it's one thing, or maybe even like the first 30 days is all puppy love and shit, and then after that you start really understanding if that's the person that you want to be with and around. I don't know if after 30 days, everybody's different.
No, but the first 30 days I'm getting to know her and seeing what we have in common, because you know, music wise, that's a huge.
Yeah.
I think music is like the most important thing. If
it's definitely
because it pisses me off, and she has this different genre than me, and I can't deal with it.
I mean, that's actually how Carissa is, because she likes country music, and I like dance music.
I know, but that's totally two different
worlds.
Yeah, and that makes a difference.
Worlds.
You can't just be flipping and shuffling that two around.
It doesn't work. It actually really doesn't work.
Never.
But you see, it's funny because like I'll be baked as hell, and I'll be driving down the road, and basically I have some dance music on, right? And then Carissa, she's like, turn this up. Yeah, I can't do it. And I'm like, well, I'm the one that's high here.
You're selfish. And let me enjoy my music while I'm paying.
It's so funny though. It's so funny. But yeah, no. With music, it's funny because I mean, she's such a good sport about things. I'm such a good sport about things as well. Whenever it comes to her wanting to listen to music, I'll take it. I mean, it's not hard. It's hard for me to listen to, but it's not hard for me to listen to.
No, like I
it's
said,
not so hard that I'm like, oh.
It's not that hard, but I hate it when she's like, well, it's my time. Like, oh, why does it have to be your time? Like, it's okay, hey baby. You want to listen to your music? Go ahead. But when it's my turn, it's my turn. I don't want to hear it later, you know. But we flip around. When I'm driving, why can't I choose my music? When you drive, you can listen to whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, for us, it's like I want my wife to be happy so much that I just I fucking no. literally, she'll just have the country on a lot of time. Or pop music on.
No,
That's
I can't.
another one. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I mean, it's better than listening to opera
there's
right
something
now.
that we have in common. We have rock in common. She likes a little bit of rap. She loves reggaeton. I'm happy about that. But she chooses what I hate. And it's like, why can't we just,
Why can't we be friends?
know?
Totally understand. But yeah, I mean, with the whole music deal, I mean, that's one thing to be able to definitely have somebody that's able to relate with it and get along with that and everything. That's a pretty strong one for sure.
God. You know what? We didn't even get to Christmas.
What do you mean?
Do you like Christmas?
I love Christmas. Holy shit, I'm like Santa Claus.
Really?
I'm like fucking Santa Claus on Christmas.
I'm fucking Grinch.
Oh man, I'm like Santa Claus, man. Like I fucking seriously, Santa. My God.
That's my boy.
Oh man, you're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Red.
Oh, that's.
But no, seriously, like okay, so Christmas for me has always been one of those special days because whenever I was a kid, it does revert back when I was a kid though.
Happy days.
Oh man. It's not even that. It's the fact that like I wanted so many Christmas presents when I was a kid, and I'm like, I'll be damned if I don't get myself Christmas presents on Christmas.
Hell yeah!
And I'm like, fuck, I want these so bad. So like now I
shop for yourself.
Shop for myself. I don't shop for myself because Carissa. She does that for me, and she's an amazing gift giver. But for me, oh my God, man! Last year, my wife, oh my gosh, there must have been like 20 gifts. I had to pull shit out from the closets. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's not it. There's more. Yeah, and I go over to the closet, and she's like, more? And I'm like, driving out a fucking full box that's like the size of me. And
that's
she's
cool.
like, what is that? I was like, I have no idea. You gotta open it up.
With gifts.
Yeah, but Christmas, man, fuck, man. That is my shit.
I used to sleep next to the tree waiting for Santa Claus when I was a little boy. I'm like, I'm gonna find him. We're gonna see and make sure he's.
Dude, I feel like the day that I have kids, they're gonna be that way.
Yeah, dude. Oh, how do you not,
But okay, so my partner, he said, he tells me this. He's like, because he and I both love Christmas, and he says, it's like I love Christmas so much that just one of my kids just found out that Santa wasn't real. And I was like what do you mean? He says my kid basically found out and asked me if Santa was real, and he said yes, no, but yes. And he said, and I was like, I was very confused. I was pretty confused as well. I was like, okay. And then he says, because I'm Santa. It's me. And I was like,
wait, what?
That's a good twist. I like it. So I'm going to steal that from you, Kenneth. I'm definitely going to steal that from you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's Santa to his kids.
That's so cool.
That was a really good one, man. Good job on that one. But for real, like it was, he said that, and it just blew my fucking mind. It blew my mind.
I want to be Santa Claus.
I mean,
I want to go to
I'm Santa Claus.
To Children's Hospital and we go Santa Claus and give out gifts.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, just give out teddy bears and give hugs.
I would rather people would pet my dogs.
Pet your dogs?
Oh yeah, pet my dogs for sure. Because you know how much happiness that brings to people.
Pet your dogs?
Yeah.
No, pets in general.
Petting your dogs.
I remember seeing.
It's a big stress reliever as well.
I remember seeing that dogs can feel your feelings and emotions and know if you're happy, sad, or angry. It's so crazy.
Hence my dogs, they're
Dude,
service dogs.
I saw them, like, they see my face and they can know if I'm like, are you gonna pet us or not?
Yeah.
Like, how you feeling?
Yeah.
They just
No, like
sense
they
you.
have that sense though about them for sure.
They know when you're coming home, even before you even start.
Oh my God.
They can sense you.
That's
It's
Sparky
ridiculous.
all the way. Sparky and Doozle actually.
That's crazy how dogs they could. I don't know if it's the smell or the sense, or that
It might
you
be the
have-
vibrations.
That's what I was thinking too, but
Because they can feel vibrations very,
vibrations,
very well.
I mean, you're in a car, you can't. Well, I feel like they have a certain, like, you know how we have a time in our in our brain, like alarms, like how it's when we wake up, or like them when you come home, they have a time set for them.
Maybe. I wouldn't put it past it actually.
Because I feel like they know, like, oh, he's about to get home any second, kind of thing. He's like, he gets here around, or it's taking too long, kind of deal. That he's gonna get here. Yeah,
I could see that. I could definitely see that actually.
I believe that these dogs live for us.
I mean, I could definitely see that for sure. For sure. Absolutely.
I wish they could go back, like right when they're before death, and go reverse to their little
Like a
puppies.
Benjamin Button character.
Yeah.
Oh,
puppies,
man.
that'd be so cool.
Oh
dude.
man.
Relive like their like little.
Could you
puppy
imagine
phase
a Benjamin Button character?
of a dog?
Yeah. They
should make a
they
movie.
start real old and they go into a little puppy and they just vanish.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's make a movie.
Or no, it turns into an old man baby or something like that. I don't know.
Wait, Benjamin Button?
I don't know. I
It
forgot.
goes old to baby.
Yeah, but it's so weird. It was so weird. Anyways, what's the next question?
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What
You
has
have a lot of questions. I like it.
I like this one. If you could tell your younger self something, what would it be? Like, what would?
Ooh.
I like that question a lot. I put a star next to that one.
My younger self, like at what age?
Well, I want to say like you're like teen. Cause like maybe like because 8 or 9 you were still like a sponge. You wouldn't know exactly what you're into.
Mm-mm.
I feel like your teens, you get a sense of what you want. So I think teen is perfect.
Yeah, okay.
So let's say 15, 16. Your quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
I had a quinceañera.
I didn't. I'm not Mexican though.
I just had a big party, got super drunk. No, I didn't.
Let's see. I probably to.
That's a tough question, huh?
Keep doing your shit. Keep doing all
Just
of.
keep pushing.
Keep doing it. Don't ever look down. Don't get distracted. Just keep the eyes.
Keep on moving.
Just one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Overall, like there's a lot of things I would say to my younger
Yeah, well,
self.
because I'm saying, like, are you gonna tell them what you're gonna go through? Are you gonna tell them what you should do in a bad, like, what was your worst experience you had with money, like a bad decision you had with money that you could want to change that?
Yeah,
or do
investments. Investments definitely.
like you would tell yourself, like, all right,
Don't invest in oil.
don't invest in this thing.
Yeah.
Break up with this girl.
Yeah.
And don't be friends with this person.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, you are the sum of the 5 people that you have around you at all times. You are the sum of the 5 people that you have around you at all times.
Mm-hmm.
That is one very big deal that I would tell my younger self for sure.
You probably wouldn't understand that at that age.
I actually would.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have for sure. No, I really would have. Yeah.
Right.
I would have definitely understood that one for
Okay.
sure.
Good.
Because I've always been one of those type of thinkers that's like, if I can see something and I can copy exactly what you just did. Like I sponge in information like a sponge. It's crazy. And especially if I looked up to you and I thought your word was worth a damn, it would be like sunken and like scolded in my brain.
Are you a visual learner?
Highly, yeah.
Or do like hands-on?
Both.
Both?
Visual and hands-on.
Hearing?
Huh?
Hearing?
Hearing
All
with
three.
well, I've developed the hearing one because I was never really a hearing type of learner.
I'm definitely more of a visual, but at the same time, I feel like I'm more hands-on.
I'm more hands-on and
I feel
visual
like no,
learner, for sure.
I need the visual first, then the hands-on.
I mean,
I don't want to do hands-on, then do the visual.
Depends on what it is. If it is. Yeah, it really depends on what it is. Now, if it's like life skills, tell me all about it all day long so I can go ahead and implement it.
Yeah.
If it's like changing oil, I need to see it to do it.
Yeah, or where.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
What are your weaknesses, you think? You want to talk about strengths? I want to talk about weaknesses.
Scheduling.
Time management?
Scheduling. No, not time management, just scheduling. Scheduling shit in general. That's my worst. That's where my wifey for lifey comes in. So Carissa, my sweetheart, is able to, I know she sometimes may like to do it, may not like to do it, but no matter what, she does it. And she does it with fucking, like, amazingness for sure. Amazing for sure. Like, that is my number one weakness. That and admin work. I hate admin work. I hate administrative work for sure. Even whenever I had my businesses back in Texas, I hated admin work. I hated filling out paperwork. And that's my big weakness as well, because I get very distracted.
Impatient or
no, I get distracted. Like, I got ADD and ADHD. So, like, right now, my left leg has been fucking fidgeting this entire time. It's just how it is. And it's...
You know, for how long I've known you, you do get distracted fairly easily.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Huh?
Fuck yes, I do. No, seriously, I really do. No, it's not a joke. It's for real.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I can get distracted so easily. That's why it's fun.
You can change the subject so quickly, bro. Sometimes I will be talking about something, and the next thing you know, I'm like, how the hell did we get to this?
Welcome to my life. Welcome to the Damian Gerry universe.
Damian Gerry
universe. No, but seriously,
so
that's
scheduling,
it's
admin work, your distraction. That's. You got anything else?
Impatience.
Yeah, we need some patience, kid.
Yeah.
What about your strengths? You get too many? Let's not talk about strengths.
Yeah.
You're too full of yourself.
My head will just go blue.
Best career decision.
Being my own boss.
Entrepreneur.
Serial entrepreneur. No, for real. That's a big deal for me, for sure. Fuck, my gosh. Whenever I wanted to start my own business, that was me being able to try out for me. Try out for Damian. And, there's nothing more gratifying and satisfying than whenever you're in business for yourself. But whenever you figure out.
Yeah.
When you figure it out that you are your own worst enemy. Mm-hmm. Because you're your own boss. Mm-hmm. Which you're going to give yourself so much shit. All the time.
But you're going to give yourself some slack at times too. Because
No! No!
Why not? You're your
no
boss.
Slack. It doesn't matter. Lead by fucking example.
Exactly.
Lead by example. Like, 100% lead by example. Like, if you don't lead by example, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. But
like, you're just some other fuckstick that's walking around shouting how you should be this one way whenever you're not even that one way. Hypocrite. Like, crazy.
You have
crazy.
to be.
I mean, whatever you want to do, that's on you.
As somebody as a perfectionist, that you want everything correct and always top notch. you seek it, you demand it. It's
I mean,
all in your own hands.
I mean, yeah. I mean, with being an entrepreneur, you have to make your own. You have to make your own. Like you have to bring out your own resources. You have to get to know people. You have to have people understand who you are.
Know who you are
Hence,
yourself.
Damian Gerry podcast. And like that's a serious deal though. Like seriously, it is a very big deal because you want to be able to. You want to be able to create your own luck, if you will.
I like that.
And if you can create your own luck, if you build it, they will come. That whole angels in the outfield deal.
Because I like that because it's like creating a higher probability of success.
I mean, because you're working for yourself, and yourself is the man.
Yeah, I like that.
You're the man.
What'd you say?
You're the man.
Your luck? Creating your own...
You create your own luck.
You create your own luck. I like that.
I mean, that's really what it is at the end of the day is being able to do things for you. Like, I don't know how much simpler you can get. But that's where it really does drive me up the wall because I just have so much, I guess it would be tenacity to want to succeed. And actually, Grant Cardone said it the best. He said, success is my duty. Mm. Success is my responsibility and my duty and my obsession.
Yeah, so...
and I'm like, God damn it, Grant.
Wasn't it contagious once you started just seeing money and being more successful?
Oh, yeah. There's a actual chemical that comes out into your brain that makes you more...
like fiend to that success?
Not fiend to it. It attracts success. So when you get up to these... When you have these personal successes for yourself, whether it be money, whatever you deem as success, there's literal chemicals that come out, and it's a wavelength pattern. It's very cool, actually, that happens that you literally attract success. You look successful, you attract success, and you are success. That's a very big deal. So for us to be able to... go out, and especially nowadays, everybody's in business for themselves. Everybody is.
It's the best business you can have.
I mean, look at Donald Trump, for example. I mean, our president, doesn't matter how
did he get there?
Doesn't matter what. Okay, well, how he got there. If anybody has seen The Art of the Deal, to my knowledge, at least, how he got there was by creating a hotel. That was his first big venture from his dad, and his dad's name wasn't on it. It was his
business.
Well, it was his. Well, yeah, it was his project overall, and he got with this deal that everybody. He got in a deal with a guy that nobody would ever do business with, and he ended up doing business with him and got a huge success out of it. Huge success. That's how he became. But point to that deal is doesn't matter how you feel about our president, President Trump. It doesn't matter how you feel about the guy. I'm not going on that. I'm going on the fact that he's an entrepreneur. And the very person that is our president has created more jobs for people that people don't like to give him credit for. I'm giving him that credit because he did exactly what he said he was going to do, which is a lot more than what a lot of people do in general. So, for you to be a doer, for you to want to make things happen, it's a big deal in general. That's a big deal. For you to just want to create it and make it your bitch, basically.
I wonder if that was his dream when he was a kid to be a president. Because if he did, that's pretty cool.
I think his dream would have been to have everything in the fucking world. And now he does.
He's a lucky bastard as he is.
I mean, he has... that's another thing.
He's a lucky bastard, No.
Well, in a way, he created his own luck, but at the same time, his dad, look at where he came from. He came from a platinum spoon in his mouth. He never grew up in Section 8 housing. He never did anything like that.
No. I don't even want to talk about that fool.
I'm just saying. My whole point to it is the fact that it's that business and being an entrepreneur is the way I went. 100%. And it's the way I would go time and time and time again.
Your own business. Yes.
Having your own business, you're making money for the man. You're not having to spend all these long hours going over something else that a company wants you to do because they need to get paid. It's nothing like that for you. Because you work as hard as you want to get paid. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, don't live to work.
Don't be a slave to your craft.
Okay. What else can I ask you? What keeps you up at night?
Wonderment. Wondering about what's to come. Wondering what is next. Wondering how I can get further. Wondering how I can advance myself. Wondering how I can make $1 million overnight.
Yeah.
Wondering how
One idea can be...
Dude, and that's another crazy thing as well, is that people don't write their ideas down. I guarantee you so many people would be so much more rich if they were able to write their shit down, but people don't write their shit down at all. No. Like in these books, and in that one. Wait, is that a brand new one?
Yeah.
That's a brand new one?
Not really.
Oh, is that all you?
No.
Oh, that's mine?
This is...
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, you're literally flipping through another. So these two pads, and I have more of these fucking pads right here, is filled with different ideas, different businesses. Like, that's yours. But like all this shit, like see, like this prices on shit in general, layouts, prospects for different businesses, like niches. It's all in there, and I write all my shit down. Oh, like anytime I have an idea, I either write it down in my phone or I'll write it down on a paper, my notepad. Seriously. Bam.
I like it. We gotta start doing your goals too in here.
My goals just accumulate, and that's another thing that keeps me up at night. It's just wondering how I'm going to be able to tackle the next day, wondering how I'm going to be able to do X, Y, Z, wondering how I'm going to be able to better my life and my family's future, wondering how I'm going to be able to get ahead, and wondering how I'm going to be able to get my skills even more sharpened every single day to where someone asks me something, I can answer it directly with a solid ass answer, but also being able to learn me and teach myself new things, hence reading. I love books. I love books so much. Books are so cool. Like the helping books, the self-help books, yeah, those are the shit. Those are the shit.
I like those too, man. And it's not even that it tells me something new. It's just like a reassurance that I have the right mindset, and helping yourself to to keep moving. That you're saying, hey, you're on the right path. Just start doing what you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do.
Oh, completely. 100%.
You know what to do.
100%.
Start it.
100%. But most people don't like doing that, though.
No.
That's where they bite themselves in the ass by getting so far behind.
Things are the easiest. Putting one foot or the other, man. But one thing I like to tell people is that you can always improve any aspects of your life. Anything.
You were completely right about that.
Anything.
You couldn't be any more right about that than you are.
Anything. I'm telling my students that you guys can improve any aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm. You can.
And
all you have to do is put in effort.
Yeah, it's the will.
Like I said earlier, showing up is half the battle.
Yeah. And it's funny. My teachers always said that.
I mean, it's true. My teachers didn't say that to me. I think I had some shitty teachers.
Dude, I think I had really good teachers, but they were old school teachers.
I hate teachers. Well, no offense to you.
Oh. I had cool teachers.
I hate teachers though.
There's some
Like especially nowadays
douchebag
teachers
teachers,
because like especially nowadays teachers because like as you know how the school systems are, it's all like you're just fed material to teach out and everything.
Yeah.
You know, the school systems really need to teach finance, needs to teach money, needs to teach how to make money, needs to teach how to make an e-commerce store so people can actually do things and make sure that things happen and they make money for themselves. There's no money helping things out there. Not even fucking colleges. Colleges don't teach you how to make money. Mm-mm. Do you know this? Okay, so here's a funny thing for you. Example. A friend of mine. So she's a photographer. She, very amazing photographer actually. She had asked me how to create a business, and I said, wait a second. You're going through your MBA, like you're going through business school. Did they not teach you that? She says, no. We just learned about economics and finance stuff, and that's about it. I'm like, wait a second. That should be like a 101.
I mean, how much did you pay for your school?
Yeah. I'm like, that should have been like a crash course 101. So you didn't learn
Go
to the city hall, get a DBA, go ahead and that's the best way to be able to get your doing business as started.
Yeah, business license.
If you don't go to the city hall and get your DBA done, then you can file for your LLC through the Secretary of State and go through it that way. That's about, I think, like $400 to do overall, or $237.
Yeah, 200.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I know if you go through LegalZoom and get your LLC done, it'll be like $500, but they'll take care of everything for you. It's really cool, but it takes a couple weeks to come in though.
Oh.
That's the shitty part about it.
Never mind.
But point is, this friend of mine, this photographer friend of mine, came out to me, and yeah, she didn't know anything about
has her master's in business.
Yeah, not master. I don't think it's a master's, but she does have she does have a degree in business, but she doesn't. She didn't know anything about business.
No experience.
No experience. No business knowledge. Nothing like that. Nah, not at all.
That's terrible.
That's what I thought. And I've had my trials and tributes for sure. But I've had to pay a lot of money for that as well. But the cool thing is that I was able to learn while I was actually doing and making shit happen.
You're making money too, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But I also had to pay for very expensive mistakes that I had to learn from. Like $20,000 mistakes, and I'm like, and it feels like it just punched me in the gut where my stomach just turned upside down and twisted and shit. Yeah. Those were tough times. Tough times in life of Damian. I mean, that's for real.
Anything else you want to talk about?
What else you got?
Mostly relationship things that we talked about. Like problem-solving skills that we have.
The problem-solving skills. So a lot of problem-solving actually comes to me very common sense-wise.
So do I.
Like, if you have a problem,
what's
going to fix it? Yeah, there is always a solution. It's not to be read into crazily, but obviously it depends on what it is.
Yeah, I mean.
But for the majority part, easy.
Yeah.
Easy solution. And like, don't, like, the worst thing to do is freak out.
Yeah.
It's the absolute worst thing to do.
Recognize the problem. Find the possible solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the outcomes.
Mm-hmm. Completely. It's okay. It's being able to contract yourself in situations and play the victim in situations, and you don't ever want to play the victim in situations because me as a businessman, I have to take responsibility for everything I do.
Everything falls on you.
I can't play the victim.
Never. You're the one losing.
That'd be a terrible example of something to do.
It makes no sense.
Is your phone ringing?
No.
Oh, okay. No, but it's contracting away from the situation. It's playing victim to the situation and not actually taking responsibility. It's like, with you going ahead and looking at other people, and it's like, oh, I did this, I did that, I had this happen to me. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear about you going ahead to to basically play the victim in the situations. Especially if you say that you are this person, be that person. Be accountable.
Yeah.
Hold your head fucking high and said, yeah, I fucking wrecked into you. What about it? Let's go. Like, not let's go as in fight, but let's take care of the situation at hand.
Yeah. There's always a solution, man.
You could have gone ahead and not been there. Yeah. You could have gotten to wherever you needed to go an hour earlier, 30 minutes earlier. You could have. There's so many different variables that you could have changed about your current situation.
You just reminded me of something that I hate about like time management. Like my friends are terrible with time. If you're gonna say like, oh, give me 15 minutes, and they take 45 and don't even let a person know, that irritates me. As a business person.
Yeah.
As a business person,
yeah,
like,
no, I know what you're saying. I know
money, and like, it's not that you lied about the time. It's just that I tell myself 15 minutes, okay, I'll be outside, or I'll whatever I'm doing, I have to put away to go do whatever, and then they don't let me know, and
right.
Just let me know 45 minutes.
Right.
I can do something else for half an hour.
Well,
just tell me what time. Please.
I'm with you. God. For sure, I'm with you.
And then they give me an excuse. I was like, I don't want to hear it. You're already late. Let's go. There's no need. Like if and I'm that kind of person. If like my girlfriend did something wrong, I'm sorry, and let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about it. Why do you want to make me angrier of the problem? The problem is, it's there. I put it to the side and let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want something to hurt me more? It's like holding on to something that keeps keeps hurting you more and more.
Keep suffocating you.
You're gonna just keep. No, let it go.
No, you're right.
Jesus Christ.
You're completely right.
That irritates me. I hate it. But my girlfriend is that person that needs to talk about it. Even when she screws up, she needs to talk about it. I just don't. Just let it go. Like, guys' problems. Me and my brother have this great example. We were drinking with the family, and we get into this, argument where we were just in our faces, like, about to fight, like, going full at it. My family is scared that we're gonna fight. We didn't talk that night, right? Next morning, what's up, bro? Let's go get a drink or something. Let's go eat. Like nothing happened. I wish girls were like that.
I mean,
it's never gonna happen.
No, I mean,
but it's just the guy code over like, we're gonna be with each other. We're blood. Why fight? I mean, we fought. Get over it. First stupidest thing ever. We're gonna talk about it. Oh, let's talk about this. We were angry.
See, now there is there's
no need to talk about it.
I feel like there is a certain gravity of a situation. Like, for myself and my sister. So my sister just went ahead and...
You guys get along?
We do. However, right now, we don't. And it's extremely unfortunate for me personally because I love my sister so much. But I hate the fact of how she has not taken ownership of what she needed to do, which she is basically claiming that she's not, she doesn't really know and is not very close with Carissa. And that blew my fucking mind because we've gone to Dallas to see Lena, my sister, for her birthday, and
she came down.
And she's come over here last year for my birthday. Mm-hmm. We've gone over there for multiple things as well, just to see her. And it's not like these are the first times yeah.
So what?
So basically, I had asked her to basically that for the wedding that she had a big role in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not take it at all.
She didn't take
it. No, she didn't take it at all. And I was so upset because this was like a time for me to honor my sister as being my little sister. And, you know, I was there for her wedding and I wanted her to be there for my wedding. But she was disrespecting my wife. And, you know, you're my sister and I love you, but there's a line that you don't cross. And I never.
You supported her always, and
always, yeah, always, dude. I would get fucking suspended for her through school just because of fighting people. Man, I would get so much in trouble for her, and like just because I wanted to protect her. Yeah. Anything that she needed, I would always get the fuck done, 100%. I don't give a fuck what it was, and then the fact that she feels as though she can. That she can be whatever way she wants with me, because from what I see at least, it's that my sister is basically like a one-sided deal pretty much, and that fucking sucks actually because I've always run on treating people the way you'd like to be treated. Mm-hmm. Now, when you treat people that way, I don't know if that's something that my sister just accommodated for herself or what. But, there's a time that my wife she's supposed to be respected and she's supposed to be notified from my sister. And, like, just to even talk with my wife, like, that's a big deal to me is being able to have my family commingle with my wife. Yeah. Because my wife is my family. Of course. And... That's a big deal. She's my wife. She's my best friend. She's my everything.
That makes no sense. Like, don't they see that she makes you happy and this is what you want?
Yeah, dude. But but Carissa brought up a good point. Is that with my sister and that whole term, she wants. It seems this way. I'm not saying it's a factual thing, but I am saying that it is a possibility. Is that my sister may feel that she's been granted treat me whichever way she would like, but with me growing a pair of nuts and saying, look, like I'm going to stand to not be treated anymore like this. Like I am taking a stand. Like I don't, like you cannot treat me this way. Yeah, you cannot treat me this way. I'm your brother. Like I am your older brother. Like you should treat me with more respect. And it hurt my feelings a lot whenever she did not. Like, she was like, I don't know Carissa like that. I don't want to get to know her like that. That just needs more time to be put into the relationship. And look, I get it. Like, I get if there's time that needs to be put into a relationship. But this is not the first times that my sister met Carissa. And it lost me so badly because I was like, what?
What's the real reason? Huh?
Yeah, there's got to be a real reason to this.
Yeah. I think she doesn't want you to be taken away from her.
And that's what happens. Actually, what happened with a lot of my close friends in Dallas. They were used to getting something from me one way and being treated from me one way, and then whenever I moved, everything like friendships went downhill and everything.
They blamed everything on Carissa. So stupid.
Yeah. They blamed everything on Carissa or the fact that I live in California.
Well,
and I told Carissa I told Carissa that that would happen. The night that I moved out here on October 19, 2017, I moved out here to Palm Desert, and I told my wife that and said, "Look, a year from now, people are going to tell me and they're going to tell you that I've changed. But you and I both know that I did not change.
That's not true. Yeah.
That is not true." She says, "Oh, sweetheart, I know." I'm like, okay, hey, as long as you know. Because that's what's going to happen.
You changed.
Oh, I did change. No. I changed. For the
better.
Yeah, for the fucking better.
Yeah,
I'm not doing shit for free. I'm keeping on my own fucking game. I'm growing.
You dropped.
I am growing. I dropped the dead weight is what I did.
Yes, you did.
I dropped the fucking dead weight. I kept my own energy about me and I kept it at me. So I kept helping me out, but without helping out every fucking body else before I helped me out. Like, that's a big fucking deal. And once you realize that, it's going to be really cool once you realize that. But, you know.
Hey, even the flight attendants tell us, man, put your mask first before helping others.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Dude.
That's a good point.
How are you going to help others when you can't breathe?
I mean, that's a really fucking good point.
I always think about that. I'm like, how are you going to help others if you can't breathe yourself? Why are you gonna suffocate yourself when they're suffocating also? Help yourself so you can help them. Easy as that, right?
I mean, it should be.
It should.
Not always, though.
No, it's never.
Not always. But, you know, for me personally, I just want to... there's way more podcasts to come completely. I'm very excited for them all. Yeah. This podcast, this episode, I wish for it to help a lot of people. If you need help in understanding certain things, I would love for you to comment and
subscribe.
Comment, subscribe, hit the like button, smash that bell so you get notified every time we go ahead and put a podcast out there.
We're just getting started too.
Yeah, seriously. This is our 4th episode? Is it 4th episode?
Yeah, because the first one was a little pre-run.
So we got 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Yeah, 4th episode. Yeah.
This is the 3rd official.
Wait.
4th?
4th.
3rd? This is our 4th. 3rd.
Oh, no, you're right. 3rd.
Yeah, it's our
3rd. Wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is our 3rd one. So then to reiterate on this one, you guys, this is something that this was a deal that I wanted to make sure that we went ahead and laid out somewhat of who I am, just so everybody, all of you out there, can understand what type of person that I actually am. Because it's not very clear, and it's still not very clear, but you're going to be able to understand exactly who I am throughout these episodes. Really, you're really going to be able to understand that. And I would love for everybody to understand the way I am, the way I operate, because you need to operate and think the way that I think and the way that I operate completely. That's just something that I have amazing viewpoints on, that anything that I've gone through in my life, you know, if applied the same way or even better than that, the same things can happen for sure. So, you know, this is the 3rd episode of Damian Gerry Universe, and you know, I'm excited that we're being able to we're fortunate enough, especially to be able to have all the equipment here, especially the fact that Adrian, I live out in Palm Desert, California, so it's about an 1.5-hour drive for him to come out here. And then I'll be moving here shortly, so my wife and I will be living closer to him. So that'd be a really cool thing for us both, and especially for us to not start so much later than anticipated originally. But, you know, at least we're getting it done for all of you out there. All of you viewers, we want to make sure that you're being able to understand what the hell goes on, like real fucking talk. Not something that's some made-up bullshit that it's like another thing to sell you on. No. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm letting you know how the shit is. If you don't like it, or if you do like it, hey, good for you. If you have questions, again, leave them in the comments.
You got subjects we want to talk about.
Yeah,
categories. You got questions.
Leave comments on whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want us to talk about, whatever you want us to go over.
Problems you need.
Yeah, we'll post your comment right here. 100% we will. Oh, yeah, seriously, it'll be right here, so you can see exactly what's being said through here. So, seriously, leave your comment. If you would like for it to be displayed, we'll go ahead and display it for you. So, you have anything to add to that?
Nope, we good.
All right, you guys. Good night. Have a great day. And until next time on the next podcast.
We love you.
Deuces.